you can take, it's a known fact in Brooklyn, you can still fit up to a 150-pound body under the convertible top.
No problem.
160, 70 maybe.
I could put 415s in that trunk.
You can still put a body and the top down for when you got to go to work. I heard that Marilyn Monroe and Kennedy used to date in this Lincoln.
That's quite a rumor.
It's a good rumor. That alone should be worth 100 grand, but we'll come down to reality. Give us your honest.
In today's video, reacting to a very interesting person. His name is Mallah, and I've been obsessed with this guy's videos. Like, every time I see a video of his being shown on my timeline, I click the video. So this time I decided to do something different and react to one of his videos on my channel to see if people will enjoy it or not. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please say so in the comment section below so I can find more Mallah videos, do more reactions for you guys. Let's get into the video.
And you could be Bill's Bait Shop.
Bill's Bait Shop.
The master baiter. You want to run up here? Sell worms?
No, I really don't. I like to stay in the car business.
No, I want to stay in the car business. All right.
Some aspect of it anyway.
You got a backup plan.
Yeah.
You'd always be the master baiter over at the Reading Pier. I need to rent this space at John's Pass, and I got the perfect space for an arcade. And I got a buddy from Brooklyn Mike, really good guy.
One thing I love from Mallah is the fact that we get to see things that we would normally not see at all. Like, usually people who are as wealthy as this guy keep to themselves. They don't want a lot of attention, but he's taking the time to film his very busy schedule and then teach us all these things that we wouldn't otherwise know. So it's absolutely interesting, and it gives us real knowledge, information that we can use in the real world. So I'm absolutely loving that.
This would be perfect for him, but there's one problem. Mike spends all his money on toys. He's got money, he makes money, he's a hustler, but he likes to buy toys. So I have to convince him to sell his toy and invest and open up an arcade, which is a business. Typically, on a Saturday morning, I would sleep in. So instead of sleeping in and relaxing and taking a nice swim in my pool, I'm gonna try to help a friend. But I'm also trying to help myself. And hopefully, at the end of the day, I'll get my space rented. Okay, Mike, how are you?
Good. Good to see you, Ben.
All right, so, you know, nothing can be simple, you know, but you're my friend. I care about you. I want to help you, okay? I'm not doing this just for me, but I'm doing it for partly for me. I'm telling you, you need your own business. You got to stop. You run around, you're helping this guy, you're helping that guy. You make a little here, you make a little there. You need a base, your own business that's yours, that brings you, generates you income every single month. I'm telling you, you got to do something for yourself now. And this is the golden opportunity.
I like the arcade, Ben. I mean, right now I got the car. He told me he could help me out with my car, see what we can get for it.
So if we could sell your prized possession, you take that money, you rent that space for me, you fix it up, you get the machines, and you'll be making money. Every day you'll be coming to the arcade, taking out the money, baby.
That's what I like, baby.
And that's what you love to do.
I love getting envelopes and cash.
He's the messenger.
I love it.
But now he's gonna be the giver, the receiver, and the messenger. But you got, I'm telling you, let's go see what this guy wants. If he offers you a decent price, let's at least feel it out.
All right, we'll feel
we're not
it
gonna
out.
make no decision, you know, in an hour, but by the end of the day we will. You gotta rent that space. I'm telling you, you got a kid, you need money. You gotta have your own business.
Let's see what this guy comes up with, what number he gives us.
Okay, let's go to see what we can sell your baby for and start a business. No mats. You don't want to put plastic in here just to protect it? I had 50 grand to my name that I made off a deal I just did, my first deal with the guy that brought me into business and started developing that partnership with him. But that money was earmarked to do another deal with him.
Right.
I offered to bring him in on this deal, but he wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, just like the rest of the city. So I just kept saying to myself, man, I could turn this place around and make some money. Even with the neighborhood bad, I can still find tenants in Section 8, I can still rent it. You know, I had friends that were cops, and they just move them away.
Right.
Or I talk to the drug dealers myself, you know, and say, listen, you know, there ain't gonna be no crackheads in this building. Right. So you might as well forget about it. You know, go down there, do what you want, but you know, there ain't gonna be no crack in this business. I'm not gonna rent to nobody you're gonna make money off of, so there's no point in being here. And somehow I was friendly with the worst people always. Like you, I made friends with you.
Yeah.
Nobody buys the place. My partner don't want to back me up. And I go to the guy, and he was a tough guy that owned the paper on it. Some old lady owned it. She was a wacko from San Francisco. The guy that held the paper on it was a tough guy, make it right. He never should have made a loan on his property. He's never gonna get his money back. He loaned her like, I don't know, 350,000, something like that. And then I told him like this, I said, I'll tell you what, after the auction was over and he couldn't sell it, I took him on the side, I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 50 grand right now. I'll pay you 250. You have to lose 100 grand because you know,
right.
I'm sorry, you know what it is. And I had a reputation of renting for other people as an agent. So he knew I could get the job done, make a left. I said, I'll give you 50 grand today and I'll owe you 200, but I'm not making you no payments. I'll pay, I offer them interest, you know, but everything due in 1 year. And in a year, I'll give you back the 200, the other 200, and I'll pay the interest. And my partner wasn't backing me up, so I had no money to fix it up. I had, you know, maybe a few bucks in my pocket. I would go get the old carpet from Circus, because the casinos would throw out the old carpet,
Yeah,
and it was still in good shape.
Yeah, and use it in the
Or I
units.
get it from a fancy hotel. I get used carpet and just run a cleaner over it.
Yeah.
And I get it for nothing.
Smart.
That alone saved me $1,000 an apartment in carpeting. It'll cost me $100.
Wow.
I would get used shit if I could buy it. You know, anything I could get my hands on to fix those apartments up to pass the Section 8 inspection. And in the neighborhood, I just, you know, I cleaned the place up, and I just, you know, I had an electric gate on the parking lot, and I was there, you know, and everybody knew I'm there to fix this place up. There ain't gonna be no drug activity going on here. There's not gonna be no reason for it because ain't nobody gonna be here. And then I started getting, you know, families that, you know, they weren't the best families to move in there, but they weren't crackheads. I would rent to them. They had Section 8, my money's guaranteed. And I fixed the place up nice, housing, you know, it helped these people too, because a lot of these people, nobody wanted to rent to them. And I was the guy to go to when you were down on your luck. I used to have a line of people waiting for me because I was their last resort in the entire city. Because I tried to help them, and I made money at it. Yeah. This car is older than I am, and in a lot better shape. This car is 2 years older than me. And I can't run like this, baby.
Well, the shop has been here since 1979, 40 years in the business, and we sell classic.
There's that car behind them. Absolutely. That is an ugliest looking car, but it seems like it must have been popular around the time that Bon was a child, because I think he bought one of these cars and he sold it, and he almost bought a second one, but it turned out to be a piece of crap. But that is a very weird car. Let's continue the video.
Classic and collectible cars.
Okay, now like this one. Woo! Okay.
My name is Bill Grant. I'm the general manager for PJ's Auto World. Ben and I have been doing cars together for a number of years, and I'm here most of the time to help you. If you want to come down, find a classic collectible muscle car. If we don't have it, we have people out on the road, myself included, that can actually locate cars for you that may not appear on our website.
This is Bill. Bill runs his place. He's the expert. This is Mike. Okay?
Mike, nice to meet you.
I want Mike to open up an arcade in my shopping plaza. But we need money. If you took this thing to auction, if you marketed it, you sold my friend's 57 T-Bird, didn't you?
Yes.
That thing didn't even have a real top on it. It had a boat top. I heard that Marilyn Monroe and Kennedy used to date in this Lincoln.
That's quite a rumor.
It's a good rumor. That alone should be worth 100 grand, but we'll come down to reality. Give us your honest opinion, what you could get for this car, so we can see if we can raise the money to open up the business. Now, you show them everything, all your love that you put into the car. Can you start it up and show them the antenna works? Whatever you can do, you know, just don't break nothing. But show them that this is not a bullshit car. This is your time to show everything you've done to this car and all about it. Because this guy is an expert.
It's a 63. It's got 55,000 original miles on it. I bought the car out in California about 15 years ago. Restored the motor, rebuilt the engine. It's got a 430 in it. Redid the paint, all the body work, all the chrome.
It looks
Interior
nice.
was originally black.
Looks nice.
We did it, two-toned it white and black. Redid the whole top, all new top. Under the frame's been redone underneath. All new interior. Car runs and drives smooth. Disc brakes, converted the front over to disc brakes.
Man, I almost went to sleep coming over here in this car.
Top works perfect.
Look at that. Holy shit. The whole trunk comes up. You, come on now. How many of these are around working? Look at that, baby.
Fully functional.
Look at that. This was in 1963. This was like the cutting edge for this right here to be designed. And you can take, it's a known fact in Brooklyn, you can still fit up to a 150-pound body under the convertible top.
No problem.
160, 70 maybe.
I could put 415s in that trunk.
You can still put a body and the top down for when you got to go to work. So what he did was he took a car, he kept it
Why is
mostly
that he put
original,
the thing?
but he put a little gangsta flair on it because he's Mike from New York. That's Brooklyn Mike, baby.
I changed the wheels.
He put some gangsta wheels, today's gangsta wheels on there. He threw a little white in there to brighten things up because it was all black originally. You gotta get that bird shit off the top. Everything works.
It's a nice car.
Except you. All right, what do you think somebody would pay in a market? Today's market, what's the market, baby? It's all about a market.
Around 70.
That's at auction, not retail.
Right. Whoever bought it paid the 70 plus 10% plus tax cut.
There you go. So now we're up to 80, baby.
80 or 90. Yeah,
80 or 90. Now we're in my ballpark.
But realistically, if you took this car today on consignment and you had to market it and get him the most you could, you'd probably only end up with what?
in that 60 to 70 grand range.
So it is worth what you feel it's worth. You know, Bill, if we opened up that museum, I wouldn't pay him 80 for this, but we go find one like this for 20 to beat up and fix up a little, and then we put JFK in the back seat with Marilyn. You know, none of these guys were perfect. They pick on Trump, but this guy was fooling around Marilyn Monroe. His father was into booze. Everybody's got some kind of skeletons in their closet, but they swear he was so great. He looked like a player to me.
Say it as it is. No filters, and I love it.
At least tell us if there's anything you would want us to do to the car after inspecting it that before we would actually, or we put it out to the market or an auction or whatever, is there anything he needs to do to the car to try to get as close as he can to that 80 grand?
I would say, Mike, that the best thing to do would be to put the stock wheels back on.
Stock wheels and hubcaps.
The ride's going to be a little bit better. You got more rubber on the ground.
Sure.
And the wide white walls will bring out the body a little bit more, set it off. And also, that's what most of the people are going to be looking for because they want to identify with an early 60s car. These are a little bit too modern for it. Nice look, and it's popular, but not as popular as the real thing.
What about a really nice pair of black and white fuzzy dice hanging from the rearview mirror?
Now, fuzzy dice go in a 5, 6, or 7 Chevy.
All right,
They don't
sorry.
go into a Lincoln.
How much you give us right now? Today, write me a goddamn check here and now. Take the keys and adios amigo. How much?
Probably in the mid-60s.
That's a lot more than I thought he was going to say. Mid-60s and 65. You know, could almost get up to 70. I don't know.
70 would be.
The other way too, because
You
we haven't
know?
driven it yet and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, this car's
And we
a
haven't got the
dream.
other
I'm
wheels
telling you,
on
I
yet.
fell asleep over here in this car.
I picked him up at his house. He drove it here, smooth as it can be.
The car drove like a cloud.
I'd have to think about it, Bennett. I mean, I want to open up the arcade. I want to do the deal.
All right, he'll think about it.
Yep.
You think about it. Check your homework. You know the market,
Yeah,
what's selling,
I should
you know.
probably get a couple of pictures of it, right?
Sure. A car can be an investment, but you got to use an expert that knows the business. This guy's old. He's been around. Look at him. He knows the business. Okay, you always use people that have been successful and had a history and a career in the business. He can tell you what's something worth. He goes to the auctions. He knows everything. I've seen guys make 20, 30, 50% in 1 year because Bill said that's a good deal. This guy will steer you in the right direction. If you want to buy one, if you want to sell one, I don't care if you're in Dubai. You can buy from Dubai. Call Bill at PJ's Auto World on Cleveland in Clearwater, Florida. I think I'm going to join Scientology.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to join. I'm going to go knock on the door and say, "Hey, you got a blue suit my size? You got a size 58 jacket? Does that come in a big size?"
That was a nice video. That was a very entertaining video. Like I said, I'm absolutely obsessed with this guy. I've watched a lot of videos, countless videos from him. He has no filter, which is what I love from him. He's very energetic for a guy his age, and there's something about him that I absolutely love, and the fact that he gives us very important information. There are a lot of things that I've learned from him that I've never had before. So he gives people an actual chance to be able to make money and become successful in the real world, and I absolutely love that. And if you enjoyed the video, please say so in the comment section below, so I can find more Ben Mallah videos, do more reactions for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video.